Good day, virtual cyclists. This is Chris Schwenker from the ZOMbeez. This past week was a very significant week in the history of the ZOMbeez and for the ZOMbeez community in general. As I had mentioned for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I had written an article that I thought was very important. It was very important to me. And one of the reasons why I decided to create the ZOMbeez and move away from the freelance writing that I was doing for the Swift Insider was because there were certain causes that I thought were game changers in virtual cycling, and there were things that I could do that could push the needle somewhat. And I'm not the only one who thought that way. The guys over at Echelon Promotions and also RGT Cycling, the virtual cycling platform there is basically a startup. They also feel the same way, and they've proven that in their inclusion and representation of adaptive athletes. As a physical therapist, I've basically devoted my life to treating populations, that have undergone, significant changes or other issues in their lives that require rehabilitation. So it's pretty obvious that it means a lot to me. But the real significance is that if you're somebody who's able-bodied, you don't really know the profound effect it has. But for somebody to log on to a virtual cycling platform who is an adaptive athlete and to be able to utilize the equipment that they utilize in real life, and for the avatar to be integrated like that, it's significant. And the feedback that I've received and the awareness that I've received is overwhelming, and it proves it to me. So I was able to, with the assistance of the gentleman over at Echelon Promotions and with RGT, to collaborate and write an article that highlighted their introduction of a hand cycle and true to life avatar integration. And I thought that the article was very significant, and I wanted to also be able to provide as much awareness as possible. So I pitched the article to the editor of Veld News, and he agreed, and had mentioned to me that he was going to publish it, and we were going that way. But I never heard. So I then, I kind of was a little bit discouraged, but I pressed forward, and I pitched it to a number of other publications. And to the credit of the editors over at Cycling News, they also saw the merit in it, and they published it this past Monday. And I was very proud of the fact that something I'd written about something so important was made public to the entire world. Cycling News is the largest online cycling publication in the world, and the technical editor, Aaron Burrill, has shown a real commitment to virtual cycling, and utilizing the platform that he has, he wants to further virtual cycling and try to solidify it as a trusted and respected discipline. Different from just something that pros go to do when they have no access to the roads or otherwise. Something that people actually devote their careers to, and I am all for that. And in addition to the fact that Aaron is an elite e-racer himself, he'll be representing South Africa in the World Championships, and he provides a really unique perspective as an award-winning cycling journalist. So I interviewed him, and I'm going to be sharing that with everybody this week. I'm also going to be sharing an article. It's obviously not a mystery to anybody that the mental side of e-racing and virtual cycling is fascinating to me. And there was a study recently done to try to quantify that objectively, and I'm going to be sharing. I kind of summarize that article and try to extrapolate some conclusions, and I'm hoping that sheds a little bit of light on a little bit more of how it really does affect us in an objective way. I'm also going to be sharing a truly inspiring story of another of the extraordinary, ordinary members of our virtual cycling community. This person had a near fatal crash and came back from it and utilized the help of his virtual cycling community to do that. And he considers that day that he almost lost his life to be one of the best days of his life. And I really hope that the article inspires you and provides you with some relativity and perspective on why he thought that. I'd once again like to thank our virtual cycling community. We were also able to raise a significant amount of money for the daughter of a member of the dirt cycling community who's riding her indoor cycle 350 miles for a cause, and that is to try to find a solution to the problem that her father suffers from, juvenile diabetes, and she wants to find a cure, and she's doing that by raising money through virtual cycling. And we were able to help her out through the Dirt Dad Fund, and we're going to be donating a significant amount of money to her cause for that. And I really appreciate it. The community is overwhelming in so many ways. Once again, thank you very much. Please support the Dirt Dad Fund at dirtdadfund.com. And thank you very much. Without the community, we're nothing. Thank you.